Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, and our boy Kamui Kobayashi has done it. He has finally won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Along with Mike Conway and Jose Maria Lopez, the trio took the victory after leading almost the entirety of the race. We will take a look at that, as well as IndyCar from Gateway, DTM from Nürburgring, World Touring Cars and Pure ETCR from Hungary, but not World Rallycross because I refuse to pay for it. So remember to subscribe and let's begin.
Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
I have said many times that Kamui Kobayashi was one of my favourite racing drivers in the world, and after 4 previous podium positions, he, alongside Jose Maria Lopez and Mike Conway, finally got to stand on the top step of the podium at Le Mans and take the lead in the Hypercar WEC Championship. It was a good race. Unfortunately, I was only able to watch most rather than all, but what I saw was good. The coverage of this series is excellent, and it was a stacked field of talent, with Alpine coming third and the 2 Glickenhaus cars both finishing 4th and 5th to boot. And the promise of more manufacturers such as Ferrari, Peugeot and Porsche on the horizon, with a number of other possible teams entering, staking an interest in hydrogen-fueled cars in 2025, the future of the WEC is very bright and with one eye on sustainability. This is a series on the rise, and that means the drivers involved are only going to get better and better also. The actual championship needs to be longer. There are only 2 rounds left, both in Bahrain, and I feel like it could do with at least another couple. I know with COVID that's difficult, but maybe in the future. Heartbreak for the WRT team of Kubica, Yiffy and Delatraz, who were leading in LMP2 when their car broke down on the last lap. Their teammates took the win, but that is a huge kick in the nuts. We had another crazy round of IndyCars. The last oval of the year from Illinois provided a lot of action. Colton Herta led early, but the race was disrupted early on with a number of incidents. First, Ed Jones and Graham Rahal collided and both cars were out. A huge disappointment for Rahal, who has been consistent all year and was looking a couple of good results away from being in championship contention. Dalton Kellett was spun by Connor Daly, and Simon Pagenaud and Joseph Newgarden collided. Pagenaud had to put on a new front wing. Then the big one happened. Alex Palou and Scott Dixon were both caught by Rinus VeeKay, and all 3 ended up in the wall. The top 2 in the championship were out, and Palou retiring for the 2nd race in a row. His championship hopes have been severely damaged. We had a quiet period with Romain Grosjean flying and making up 5 places before changing tyres and struggling on the cold rubber. He had a very mixed race. Colton Herta had been dominating until he broke something on his car in the pit stops and suddenly he was out. Between this race and Nashville, when he crashed whilst in 2nd, he has really seen any hope of the championship pissed up a tree. Alexander Rossi's bad year continued when he too hit the wall from 4th place. Still no podiums for him this year. And after a quiet end to the race, Joseph Newgarden won from Pato O'Ward and Will Power, with Scott McLaughlin in 4th. Pato O'Ward leads the championship, but now Palou, Newgarden and Dixon aren't far behind, and it's still close with 3 races to go. 2 DTM races from the Nürburgring. Kelvin van der Linde took the first win pretty handily and with little trouble to extend his championship lead. The 2nd race we saw a lot of crashes and a lot of action. It was a pretty damn good race. Liam Lawson, who looked like a star earlier in the year, crashed and hit Kevin van der Linde, taking the championship leader out for his first DNF of the year, and Alexander Albon took his first win in his Ferrari. Pure ETCR, and the format still doesn't appeal to me. Some of the action is good, but not enough of it is, and it's too complicated. It'll be interesting when they have enough cars rather than swapping them between drivers in different pools. The cars look good, the idea is interesting. It has attracted a high caliber of driver, but I just don't like the format. I almost think just 2 normal touring car races would be better than this. It'll be interesting to see how it develops in the future. There were a couple of spins in the time trial round. First, the Alpha of Rodrigo Baptiste spun, and then his teammate Luca Filippi. With only 5 cars in Final A, Philippe Eng won from Matthias Ekstrom, but all the action was in Final B. Jean-Carl Vernet and Mikel Azcona made contact several times in the opening lap, but not as much contact as Daniel Nagy made on the back of Luca Filippi's Alfa Romeo, spinning him into the wall and eventually puncturing his tyre. Mikel Azcona took the win and a clean sweep as he won all his races in all 4 rounds. Still not into the series, but some of the racing is good. Finally, the World Touring Car Cup, which, like the pure ETCR series, came from Hungary. Audi looked quick again, and Giles Magnus took his first win in the series, but it was Mikel Azcona causing the most chaos. First spinning Ivan Muller at the start, and later knocking Frederik Vervisch off the podium. Despite treating his car like a Dodger, Mikel Azcona managed to finish second. Race 2 saw hometown hero Norbert Mikelitz spin at the start, a big disappointment for Hyundai, as Gabriele Tarquini and Andreas Bachmann also retired. Santiago Arusha won Cian's second race of the year, but despite that, they still look like the team to beat, with Air Lachey and Arusha having a handy lead in the championship, separated by just 2 points. So that was all the action from the previous week. Congratulations to the number 7 Toyota team. IndyCar is hotting up nicely. Some good touring cars on display also. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Next week we have Super Formula, British Touring Cars, Extreme E, Formula 3, W Series, and of course Formula 1 returns from its summer break. So make sure you subscribe for more motorsport content, leave a like and a share. Thank you for watching and have a good one.